We're recording?
Oh, we've been recording.
Oh, shit.
Surprise.
It's good. I saw the red lights and I was thinking, I don't even know what's going on here. I'm like,
Can you turn my headset up then?
I got you. One sec. You
dude. I was thinking about something really funny.
That's probably how we
Noah,
should.
can you take a quick?
Oh, yeah, let me...
Whoa, testing. Appreciate you.
You know what? You were talking about
The Ruby? Oh, yes.
What is this, whiskey? Or actual ruby? Port wine, dude. I don't know, man. Was it whiskey or something with it? Is it like the, is it the type of...
It's have you ever heard of like...
Oh, yeah. I was thinking there's wine they put in whiskey barrels. I think.
Oh, yeah. I've had
Yeah.
wine with that. Yeah. That is really good.
It's in a nice box, huh? Nicer box.
Dude, and that, it's such a like little cheat code, especially if I feel like just starting to date a girl or something. You buy that thing, and like, oh, look at this beautiful bottle. It's like, it's $20.
It was really nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude. I was thinking about, I was down in Tampa, just like kind of off topic. You guys heard of this guy who
If you want more, just
Yeah.
say something.
is strong stuff? No?
I mean, like, if a
It's like,
wine
what,
is like
15%?
12%, that's probably like 20%. Actually, I'll probably
Okay.
It's like 18 maybe.
Wow,
I think
huh?
it's, yeah, 18. That sounds about right.
So it's a cheap drunk is what you're telling me.
19.5%. Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
close.
a nice cheap drunk. From Polk County. You guys hear about this like sheriff over in Polk County?
Polk County. I don't even know where Polk
No,
County
it's
is.
in Florida.
Okay.
Someone's got to look this dude
So-
up.
so no.
He is such a G. So he'll do like a bust, like a drug bust or something.
Yeah.
And then he ends up on a press conference. He'll be wearing like their chains and holding their monies in stacks. I think he's gonna be running for governor down in Florida. Hysterical guy. He's a sheriff.
Do you know his
He's a
name?
sheriff, and he posts like whenever he
Like when they do like a media
confiscates.
day, whenever he does like a big drug bust or something.
Yeah.
He wears like, let's say it's, I don't know, some fucking gangster. I don't know what the term
yeah.
is. He'll wear their chains on,
Dude,
on the
that-
press conferences.
Oh my, that is so disrespectful.
So disrespectful. And hold their money and stuff too.
I would vote for him.
Yeah.
I would vote for him.
So he's gonna go for governor. I think as DeSantis runs for president.
What do you think is gonna happen with that? You don't have to get into politics, but
No, I will.
do you feel that you're a little savvy and like you understand? You
I
have,
definitely understand it. I definitely understand at least the basics. I don't want to say I know like the everything in between,
yeah.
but like I know the general idea of like what I find to be important to me is like opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge. Opportunity for me, like the idea that we're losing opportunity here and it's not as desirable to be here is what bothers me. So my family coming from Greece, my dad came from Thessaloniki. He left in, I don't know, the 80s or something. He came over here, made a bunch of money, did really well. You know, I'm not going to say he followed all the codes and followed all the laws, but he did really well. At this point, I got a text maybe a month ago or maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. He said, we've got to get out of here, basically. Like, sooner or later, everyone's be working for government and corporate jobs. We got to get out of here. So we're citizens of Greece, and now we're planning or giving that idea in our head, putting that idea in our heads, being, you know, going back over there. So think about that. You come to America,
Right.
you use it, and then it sucks, and then you want to go back to where you started.
I mean, Greece is not the worst place to.
It's not the worst. It's not the fucking worst. But even for like jobs, if you have a little bit of money from here,
Right.
there's a big business for investing in like boats and doing tours around the islands. So if you have some money, you have to make some money here.
Sure.
But you bring it over there. So I mean, I think I think people are gonna wake up. I think people are too tired. There's so much bullshit going on.
Yeah.
It's too much. I think Trump would win actually.
You do?
I fucking do.
It's wild.
Dude, I don't care, dude. I would 100%. I would 100% push for that. I know there's like litigation and stuff, but
Right.
there comes a time when you just got to put the hammer on the table and just say, fuck it.
To me, I mean, he is like, I mean, we all talked about how Biden is so old. That like,
Yeah.
I mean,
He's pretty old too.
Trump handles his amphetamines a little bit better, but I'm pretty sure everyone in politics is on Adderall. So like,
Yeah.
what? I don't know. It's just
He's witty though, dude. He is witty.
He's hysterical. That's
He's
why.
hysterical,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
why he wins the populist vote.
Yeah.
But for me, I like in college. This is like 2016, the whole Trump era. Most colleges, especially in Massachusetts, are very liberal leaning.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
I always
My bad. Didn't need to interrupt. Is it this guy right here?
Oh, you're gonna make
Yeah, dude,
more
he's a
editing
total-
work for me. Now I'm gonna somehow overlay
He
a
is
video.
a total G, man. Look at him. Everyone told me in Florida, do not go to Polk County. Do not be driving to Polk County, or you're gonna get yourself in trouble. Look at him.
What part of where? Like what
It's
part
northern.
Of the
I think
handle?
it's. I think it's
okay.
like East Coast.
Almost like
sorry, West
Tallahassee.
Coast. West Coast, like above Tampa and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So imagine that's your
Dude, right.
governor. Look at him. Look at he's all gold chained out. And,
Yep. I was
Oh,
like,
it
"It has
shows
to be
off
this
his
one."
rap skills, dude. He starts rapping at this press
The
conference.
glasses, dude. The
Hold up.
glasses.
I need to see if I can pull the audio back up.
Dude, you should just mirror.
That's exactly what I was doing.
Okay.
It's just- when you set it up earlier,
I
like,
saw you like dragging
yeah.
it over.
because I was like looking at it, and then I was just like, wait a minute, did you not click mirror on the thing? And I was like, I didn't either, so I can't.
I just think what it is like now is the law and the enforcement. Like I totally was like super. I'm so with like there being laws and there being things being enforced.
Sure.
And now I was talking to so many people, and a lot of people do not want to become cops anymore, and that kind of sucks. And it's just like
I
don't
agree
know.
that like if you have a rule, it needs to be enforced, but I don't necessarily like. All right, so when I was in college, I learned this about myself a couple years after, but I'm just a big like contrarian in a way.
Yeah.
I always like to play devil's advocate. So
Yeah.
if I'm on a liberal campus, I
Yeah.
thought I was this big conservative Trump
Yeah.
head, whatever, for my time in college.
Wait, were
and
you
it-
considered a Trump head, or you said you weren't?
No, I would say I was like at
Oh,
that time.
dude, I was
I'm-
guessing it with the beard. I was guessing with the fucking beard, but I didn't want to assume.
Yeah. I mean, so then I like realized after, because after college, the only people I'm really like socializing with are my friends. And I
Yeah.
started to realize I'm playing a lot of like liberal arguments.
Correct.
And then I go, I don't give a fuck about either side. I just
yeah.
wanted to like debate, argue, whatever. And,
Yeah.
and I did realize it subconsciously at the time. I was just like, I just need a podcast. But I learned a lot about myself from that. And I still continue to watch like the news or watch like, the Daily Wire or
Yeah, I love
whatever
the Daily
things
Wire.
like to just like stay on top of it. And then one day I just go, you know what? It's enough. I like don't need to keep hearing these same things. Like I did it mostly because like I didn't feel like I was being original anymore. I feel like
Yeah.
all of my talking points were the things that I was reciting from Louder with Crowder or Ben Shapiro or like Milo Yiannopoulos. Like, and I'm like, what one of the last like million arguments have I had? Did I actually have like an original opinion? Original to me, like
so this is the thing, and someone said this to me, and they're true. It's like whatever you are is kind of not yourself, or whatever you believe in is not really. I don't know if it is. We would never really know, but it's not really truly yourself to the core. Since birth, you have all these opinions and ideas that are put like being administered into your brain. So you come up with these observations, right? So like through the pandemic, I was very like push for like kind of politics. I talked so much about it. Now I'm a little bit more chilled out, where it's like I don't care enough to argue, but like leave me alone and like make sure my opportunity doesn't get squashed because of your desires.
Yeah, I really enjoy talking about those things even to this day. I just hate when it's, and I honestly nowadays, like I hear it more from like the conservatives, like just trying to convince someone of
There's
their,
no
it's like, what are you trying to convince?
yeah.
The more you try, like the deeper they're going to get rooted in their own ideology. Cause like the way people go about it is very argumentative. So it just becomes defensive.
Yeah.
And then everyone has an ego. So they're just defending their ego. They're not even defending the talking points.
Yeah.
It's like, it's very...
It's more like that. I'm going to walk away now, or we can't have or I don't want to have this conversation right now. That's when you know it's like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, it's like
you can't even prove your point at all. You can't prove your point.
And so I've learned, like, I don't want to prove my point. It's like, I know what I think. Like, I know where I stand on most things. And a lot of them, I'm like, not even sure. Like, I have one or two reasons as why I stand on this. But if you explain those reasons and kind of like talk me through those same reasons, I'm very easily switch. I was just like, that's what I know with the limited information and, what I feel, what I've experienced. That's why I stand on, this side of the argument or that side. And so I've like come a long way in terms of like where I stand politically. Like I just like, I'm far from conservative. I'm not Republican. I actually like see a lot of stuff that they're doing. if anything, I might be borderline like libertarian, but I just like don't care enough to like really have.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I think the biggest thing for me now is just like leave. You know, I don't like opportunities being burned. That's my biggest thing. If like you somehow make it more expensive for me to live because of your desires, that bothers me. That's when I get bothered. But if it doesn't affect me, I don't care. Right. All these like gender stuff, I honestly do not care. I do not mind. I honestly do not mind. But if it becomes a point where it's like I'm paying for it somehow, that's when you're gonna get bothered. Right. But that's when I'm gonna get bothered.
Like if Instagram forces you to put your pronouns and then starts charging you per character in your pronoun,
that's not right.
That's
not fucking right.
I'm not paying for my pronouns.
No. That's what I'm saying. So, but besides that, I don't really care. Not a big deal. Not a big deal.
So what draws your interest? What's your like main source of entertainment?
What's
your downtime?
Main source of entertainment?
Because from your episode on Carol Connection, you're a hustler. Like,
I
feel like you're always grinding, like improving yourself.
Yeah. I mean, dude. I mean, I love listening to podcasts. Podcasts are awesome. Like just little bits of information here and there. But what draws my attention? I think it's more the drive of trying to figure out what is going to make you feel fulfilled. That's my biggest thing. Okay. You know, because you're saying it's not even this podcast booming. It's more the idea of something around this podcast that might make you feel fulfilled.
Just being able to
do this,
be involved in a podcast full time.
Yeah.
Like not have a side job, or not right now. This is the side job, but like not have to have a job. Like be able to support like friends, family, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, as long as I can do that, because I also see like. I mean, there's literally a salary cap at every school district that you go to. So
you're a teacher.
Yes, yeah.
Where are you?
I can't say that. I'll tell you after. Wouldn't be the first time I've been doxxed on this. We got a good.
My bad.
Yeah. So like I know that the potential in this industry is. There is no ceiling.
There's no ceiling, yeah.
There's no ceiling. So it's like I could make so much more. I could provide such a better living for, my wife and kids someday. Teaching, I can sustain a very comfortable lifestyle. I could support, my father worked in education my whole life. So like I know it's a very successful and there's certain ways you can do it and it can be lucrative if,
Are you into history? Are you a big history person? Sorry to cut you off.
Let's go into it. I do love history.
You look like you're someone who loves history. Dude.
Oh, this is a speakeasy down in Portland, Maine.
Oh shit, huh?
Yeah.
The spirits we trust.
Everything is $5. It's all cash. Everything's $5. This shirt was $5, and so were my
Portland, Maine.
My drinks.
Oh, this is also not this drink. These drinks.
No, this is port. Like Porto, like in Portugal.
I get it.
This is Portland, Maine.
Yeah, a little different. Yeah.
Both pretty equal in terms of places I like to go, but I've actually only been to Portugal once. But I do love history, even when it's like when it comes to sports.
Yeah.
I like the history, the story of the game itself more than I care about watching the game. Like I want to know. I like when Steph Curry sets the record. If he sets the record, like beats Michael Jordan in number of rings, or when LeBron James wins the next thing, or Tatum being the youngest MVP, or like
something like that along those lines.
Witnessing those things, like I don't need to watch the game. I do enjoy watching, especially like playoffs for different sports, but I like the story that got it there. I've been rewatching Star Wars with my girlfriend. This is how I'm trying to connect it.
I fucking love Star Wars.
She's never seen it. So
my girl's never seen Star Wars or any of the Rocky movies or any of the Rambo movies.
Dude, me and my girl have a running list of like franchises.
It's like I've never heard of that movie before, and I freaking go crazy.
So
it's insulting. It's a little insulting to be honest with you because I find it so important.
Which one, Rocky or Star Wars?
Rocky for sure.
I have
Star Wars.
I think I've seen the first Rocky, but I don't think I've seen.
Dude, that is the backbone of I think America.
Rocky.
Yeah. Coming from nothing, dude, and becoming
That's
the
not
best,
a hot take.
Losing it again, and then coming back again as being the top dog, and he being a good guy too, being a good soul.
Yeah. He did beat up black people, so that's not. super good, but
No, that's not good. I don't support that.
But and then the black people came back with their own movies.
I don't support
and then he
that.
trained them. So
Yeah. Oh, with Creed. Yeah, with Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so I've been watching Star Wars back, and it's one of the most like nostalgic things. Like I fell in love with Star Wars. I was obsessed with Star Wars. It was like one of my first like real obsessions. Like I didn't know trivia per se. Like if you asked me trivia about each movie, I wouldn't know the trivia, but I would know all the lore, all the different backstories, like all the stuff that wasn't in the movies. That's why I was a little pissed when Disney bought it, and it's like, nope, just this is canon.
No,
I'm like, fuck. Well, like I loved this fan fiction story.
What's your favorite one?
My favorite movie?
Your favorite out of those, that trilogy?
The original trilogy?
Yeah, the original.
Oh, that's tough, man. I mean,
Shit.
Return of the Jedi's got to be.
Oh, you got it up there, actually. You got the trilogy up there. Fuck, huh?
Yeah. But so every time I've watched Star Wars back, since I was a kid, I was just like, I'm falling in love with like the nostalgic comfort. This time, I had like a couple months ago, I watched on Netflix. It's like How to Be a Tyrant or something like that. How to Be a Dictator or whatever. And it's
Why are you watching that?
Oh, dude, it's a
How to
fucking
Be a Dictator?
For me, it was the most interesting part of it is like the history of like, you know, how everyone goes, oh, if I was in Germany, I wouldn't become a Nazi. It's like
You totally would.
everybody became a Nazi.
everyone-
So like you're not nobody. Like most people are gonna go that way. And that documentary or that show, whatever, explains why it was so easy to fall that way. Because it's like it's very small incremental like steps. And that before there's the big like we don't like Jews or like whatever, like it there's a lot more to it, a lot of stuff that I feel like I even see in like, you know, some of the current politics where it's like, you know, we're signing bills that like the people aren't reading and like giving shifts of power, like the whole TikTok ban. I thought was like at first like let's ban TikTok. I'm like I don't give a fuck. Like people that use that as like their business can adapt and go into Reels or find a new way to do the same thing. But like
I'm for the TikTok bans.
In that ban, I'm actually against them because there's so many other things that they just added that gives.
Yeah, they shouldn't add the shit. But
they
like
essentially, it wasn't a TikTok ban. It was like the government can decide what they have access to in terms of social media. So so they're like, instead of, you know, Facebook having your data, we get your data.
I see.
It's like that's
it's just a covert move. There's something else.
Right.
Yeah.
Just China number 2, I guess.
What is it?
China 2.
China too.
Right.
Yeah.
As in the number 2.
That's why they coined it like the TikTok ban, is because they were trying to say like, oh, we're preventing China from getting your data. It's like, no, you're just
taking
power,
the data instead.
Ultimate power. Yeah. And media is like the most important thing. If you do want to become a tyrant, don't become a tyrant. But so now that I'm rewatching, we just finished episode 2, so we're still in the prequels. We started with the originals, prequels, and then maybe we'll watch the sequels. I don't know. And seeing, because I always knew that it was
Is she
like,
enjoying these movies?
oh my gosh, like
Is she actually enjoying them though?
So last year she got me to watch all the Harry Potters, and I like.
Oh, dude, I love
she's
Harry
a,
Potter
She's a
too.
huge Harry Potter nerd, and I by the end I was like, all right, I get this franchise, but so I was like, all right, I did that for you last year. I want you to watch the Star Wars, expecting nothing, like expecting her to be on her phone during the movie.
Yeah,
dude, she's like pausing, like wait, so but like and like going into, she's like, oh, I love C3PO.
You shouldn't have shown it to her. You shouldn't have shown it to her.
She might be more into it now than like I was.
Complicated. It's kind of complicated. I haven't seen it in a while, honestly. I remember everything about it, but I think it was complicated the first time I saw it.
Well, so all the times I watched it, like I was a kid just enjoying like Star Wars, lightsabers, gun battles, whatever it was. Now I'm like watching the story of like Palpatine.
Yeah.
And like like George Lucas wrote him as like Hitler. So the way he's able to gain that power, like now I'm like watching it after watching How to Become a Tyrant, and I'm like, oh, this is like you kind of create chaos in the world so that your government, because Palpatine is just a senator or something like that. Yeah. So then they sign like the whole Senate sign an order that says give him ultimate power because the people, it's to protect the people. That's why we're giving him the power, because we don't have time to talk about it and discuss it and negotiate it in these Senate meetings. Like, we need to stop this enemy force. So that's how he got the power. And then he wields that power to control the people and control the narrative and kill people that disagree.
Wow,
So like seeing how it's all playing out. I mean, George Lucas does, the extra thing that I think Hitler not got lucky, but it was more like, right timing.
Yeah.
Like Palpatine creates that chaos in the world. He's like help funding and like creating the trade federation that's fighting against the Jedi Order and all that. So it's like, it's all the things that he's having. He's like playing both sides. He's like, all right, we're going to
He's
stir up
orchestrating
shit.
himself. He's creating the chaos. Yeah.
But it's so cool to see like how that all happens. Cause it's like, it's good people like Jar Jar Binks and Padme are the ones who signed Palpatine into power, like give him the ultimate power of the Senate. That's probably something like that happened with like Hitler. I think it happened with Stalin or whatever.
Something like that. What's the movie? It's honestly probably the worst ranked or the worst rated movie of the Star Wars. It's with Liam Neeson. Which one is that?
Oh, the episode 1. I love that one.
You actually like that one?
That one's so good.
I only like the Darth. What is it? Darth Maul. Is that how you say his name?
Darth Maul's one of the most
that
badass
battle
characters.
right there is one of my favorite of all the movies.
This is one thing
And then the newer ones with Anakin and Obi-Wan.
That one, that's the ultimate like one-on-one duel fight scene across like any movie.
Yeah, volcano in the back.
What was it?
There's like a volcano in the back. That's epic.
Mustafar.
Yeah, Mustafar.
Oh, dude, I told you,
I fuck with that. I fuck with that movie.
Yeah, so that one is like one of the all-time like just fight sequences.
Epic. Like you actually feel epic watching it.
Oh, and just like all the story that's been building up to that point. Like, when you start watching episode 1, like that little boy Anakin is going to turn to Darth Vader.
Yeah.
But it's not until the third movie that you actually start to see it happen. So like there's so much weight on it. It feels like it's like a, M. Night Shyamalan twist, but it's like you knew it all along.
Yeah, you did.
You knew he was going to fight Obi-Wan. Like this was destined to happen, and it's such a good fight scene. Well, I got to give credit to the sequels. I think that's one thing that they did very well is the choreography for a lot of the like lightsaber duels. I think they did very well. The first one, it's okay. But the what is it? So that was 7. So 8 and 9. 8 I think has one that I really liked, and then 9 is like, dude, they go in. They made some cool choreography, but like the story itself, I don't care that much.
Yeah, I don't
about.
think too much. Yeah, those are great movies. Those are fucking great movies.
Yeah.
I think like probably 80% of what I know is from movies.
Yeah, that's a good percentage of your brain.
80%. I learned everything through a movie.
So what the other 20% is just podcast.
Yeah, probably 10% podcast, 10% probably more of the internet.
Yeah.
Probably.
Are you into like comedy? What's your big?
I mean, my big thing is like Seinfeld and Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, okay. Kirby. I haven't really watched.
It's kind of dark, man. It's like not like dark, like bad. Well, it's kind of bad, but like It's pretty vulgar.
I've heard it like. So I'm a huge stand-up like nerd. Like I love the art form that is stand-up, and in fact, something that I've been like trying to like journal and note and try to like understand better was Joe Rogan recently had Dice Clay on the podcast. I just finished it, and that was one of the coolest like stories. But those are the Joe Rogan guests that I love. I like to hear about. And a lot of times those stand-ups say on the pod like, "Oh, we know no one likes to listen to the green room stories." And it's like, no, keep tell us the inside baseball. Like that's my favorite part. I forgot why I was even telling you about stand-up and comedy. Yeah.
No, comedy's fucking awesome. Seinfeld, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Jerry Seinfeld and it's Larry David, I think.
Yes, yeah. Because Larry David helped write Seinfeld.
Yep. Yeah, and he's still. I was gonna go to one of his actual stand-ups in New York. Jerry Seinfeld.
Larry David or Seinfeld?
Seinfeld. He's still doing them. I don't know if Larry David's still doing Curb Your Enthusiasm, but that shit's hysterical.
Dude, there's some hilarious stories of Larry David back when he was doing stand-up.
Yeah.
And
I think it's like real stuff. It's like...
Oh, yeah. Larry David is George Costanza in Seinfeld. I have my Seinfeld my Kramer right there.
Oh,
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
Huh?
I took a lot of inspiration with, especially early days with this podcast. Is like I didn't know how to explain what this podcast was. I'm like, it's not an interview. It's like, it's just bullshit. It's the show about nothing. Actually, one of my uncles said that. It's like, oh, so you're like Seinfeld. I'm like, I guess I am.
Dude, I went to the diner where this was so-called filmed.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so funny. He was a Greek guy. And I'm like, I was with my girl, and I'm like, oh, I bet you that's the owner. I could just tell how he was treating his customers like shit. And
how he's treating his
customers like shit. Now, like this guy's definitely the owner. I know he's Greek.
Yeah.
And
there it is.
then I saw there's a video of him online saying he took credit for Seinfeld. I think he said, people were like, a reporter was like, oh, do you give credit to the Seinfeld shows to giving you so much business? He goes, no, it's like my food, it's everything. Taking away any sort of fucking consideration or credit. But he's a crazy guy.
I can kind of get where he's coming from too. It's like
his food. Yeah,
if
it doesn't matter. Yeah,
I mean, I didn't.
It was good. It was good.
But it's just like even if it's not that good, to know that people are only going to your place because of Seinfeld.
I know you don't want to know that. I know you don't want to know that.
Especially, oh, hey, you got to tell me if that fucking.
Well, I didn't notice.
I know.
I think it just went off.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that this one was off, but I have it like set to like infinite amount of time.
Do you?
No, I don't.
He's MacBook Pro.
That's an Air.
Air.
Yeah.
But these are.
What?
I was like, but these are.
Those are Airs or no Pros?
Those are Pros. No, that's a producer. That's a black guy. And behind him is the white guy. Yeah. That if we both walked in a room, you wouldn't know who's who. Like
you and the other white guy in the back.
Yeah, the other with the beard.
But you can see him clearly. It's almost like you're seeing through me. But
yeah, I see him. I see him.
Yeah. The first time that your mom met me, she was like, "Oh, you guys are like twins."
Yeah, exactly. Literally.
You guys do look pretty similar, huh?
Yeah.
You came in your old cloak too. Was you wearing a a hat back there?
Yeah, he is.
I am. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Barely see your face.
One day we'll have enough cameras to just be like, oh, you guys can see what we're talking about behind us.
Yep.
Do you like what's it called? Fresh and Fit? No? Did you watch any of it?
What I like,
I'm an Abba and Preach kind of guy.
when I was single,
Abba and Preach.
Abba and Preach?
Mm-hmm.
What is Abba and Preach?
So Abba and Preach are just like two other guys on YouTube who
Same
Fresh and
type
Fit.
of content?
Well, similar, but I think Fresh and Fit are more like they have
Red
their
pill,
red pill side, whereas like Abba and Preach are more like the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, like more like neutral or unbiased.
Yeah.
Unbiased, yeah.
Like they have beef with Fresh and Fit because of like they will talk shit about whoever or like whatever ridiculous video that happens. Do you want more?
Yeah, that's good. That's perfect. Dude, it makes you honestly those videos and like I was saying like the thing is with a lot of that content is it becomes so agreeable. I think and it actually creates I'm not going to say I disagree with it because I don't. A lot of the stuff I do actually agree with.
It's like Andrew Tate too.
Yeah, I mean naturally I think you start to agree with stuff.
There's certain things that he says that like they're not wrong. Like everyone can agree with exactly what he said.
Wrong, but it also puts unnecessary concerns into your brain.
Right.
I can tell you that for sure. It creates an actual paranoia.
So I would say with the Andrew Tate, the Fresh and Fit, I want to say it was like
he does say like Mr. Producer.
The summer of like 2020, I'd been single. I was single like in
dude, that's fucking hysterical. Dude. That is fucking hysterical.
Gio, stop doing this. You know what? I don't want to give you this power because this is just so much more editing for me to do later.
You don't have to do any editing.
But put the link because I might.
We're looking at like an Andrew Tate like avatar. I don't know what that is. But that's really funny.
So in like in 2019, the summer of 2019, I broke up with like the first girlfriend I had since high school.
Yeah.
And then when I broke up with her, I realized like I'm not ready to be in a relationship because I don't know who I am. I realized every girl before like I was just a chameleon. I just like turn myself into the person that
they want you to be.
Not even that they want me to be. No. Like, just turn into them. Like, I was very clingy. It was too much. So,
that's forgotten about guys. I think a lot of guys, specific guys, want to be spending time with those people more than I don't know.
It wasn't healthy, though, especially the way I was getting like with it.
Yeah,
with
yeah, I
all these girls.
understand.
So I told myself I'm breaking up with you and breaking up with me. Like,
Yeah.
like I need to figure out who I am. I need to have something. That's why like I actually didn't find Booth Babe until
Who's Booth?
Booth Babe is my girlfriend.
Oh,
It's her like alias.
Instagram tag.
No, well, yes, and for my stuff. So I didn't even like start looking for girls that when I eventually found her until like I was like a year into this podcast where I was like, I know what I need to do. I know what I'm focused on. I know what I'm passionate about, so that when I do find the girl eventually, like I'm not gonna just like give up this dream and give up this passion for that girl, because like this does matter to me.
More.
So a girl who sticks around because of it or like with it is someone that I should be with. Is someone who makes me just get lazy and stop pursuing it.
Yeah,
is someone that's not healthy for me. So, you
gotta like mutually agree to like adapt to one another's environment.
Right.
You know.
So
Sorry, and then you can go. It's just I feel like guys though can like once they get involved a lot easier, like don't realize that they're really getting involved to the point where it's like you're overindulging in that.
Yeah.
And then it takes from a lot of your life.
Yeah, and
Vice versa, but more guys, I feel like.
And I felt like I just wasn't able to be, you know, who I wanted to be.
Yep.
And I didn't know how to become who I wanted to be for the girl. Like I couldn't improve myself because I didn't know who myself was. I was just trying to be something that like I thought like, all right, if I just spend all of the time that I have with her, like it'll be good. But it's like, yeah, but now I have nothing.
It's not a sick thing, dude.
I know.
Because you probably wanted to.
I wanted to so bad. Like I did, and that's what I'm saying. So like,
I know, I don't know what it is, but if that's what's crazy about the whole thing is because you want to spend every fucking minute with that person. It's crazy, and as you get older, I think that's a real thing. I don't know what it is, but natural. I don't know. It's fucking.
Actually, I felt like that was something younger that I like eventually learned how to like break
off. Yeah.
So that was like 2019. I broke up with her, and then like try to figure out what I wanted, whatever. Then 2020, the pandemic. I can't meet anybody. 2021, I started the podcast in like March. So that summer, I was like, all right, maybe I'll try getting on the dating apps and just like fuck around. That's when I got into like the fresh and fit stuff. I was in a very like lonely place. I was very like, like, I don't know. I needed to hear what they had to say for pretty much a whole summer. It actually helped get me out of this like victim mindset of like, I'm just never going to find someone. I'm never like, it helped me just like restructure the whole brain. But then there was one day I just like, wait a minute. They already helped me out of this. And now I'm just like still listening and like infusing their thoughts. And like you said, like now I'm becoming scared about women. Like now I don't trust anyone.
Now you don't trust anyone, just paranoia.
Which is the wrong
I know,
step.
It's very, very, very wrong. It creates extreme paranoia.
So like, you know, very similar to like my politics in, you know, 2018. I just stopped watching all that fresh and fit stuff. I just like, I wasn't into it anymore.
Dude, isn't it crazy how your brain works? It like picks up on all these things and then starts thinking a certain way.
Yeah.
If you continuously watch and listen. It's like if you want to be overly obsessed with something, you just literally go in that direction of whatever it is and just start listening and watching.
There's a lot to say, especially with music. I had a good buddy that used to always love like, you know, that like Biggie, Tupac.
I love Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah. That generation of rap and a lot of the like fuck bitches but get money blah 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 and he started going through some like troubles with his girl and stuff, and then he took a whole reset because there was other things in his life, and he started listening to Sinatra and some other stuff, and he's like, dude, I really like, I feel more at ease. Like I'm not always like thinking about like fuck bitches, fuck money, people are out to get me. Like, and it was all the music I was listening to, and I was like, oh, that's an interesting point. Yeah. And I started thinking about like, what do I listen to? And I was listening to a lot of Juice WRLD at the time.
Oh shit!
And I felt like,
dude, that's like depressing shit, isn't it?
I loved it. I was super into it. It really helped me through a lot of stuff. But like, I did realize it got to a point where I'm like, yeah, like I feel like I'm getting deeper. I'm getting like darker. I'm like, like I'm not in a, like not like, oh, he's so deep. Like going deeper down that like abyss. That,
Dude, you know what's the worst song I actually got obsessed with, and it was very negative? Was it
Too much booty in the pants. Ooh, too much.
White Wine? I think it was called White Wine by not Lil. Maybe it was Lil Peep. You guys know what this is?
We'll get it.
White Wine, dude. This song was messed up, man. But somehow I loved it. And if you listen to it, it's like absolutely song. Just type in song, White Wine song.
So one of the things
Peep?
that
Lil Peep, dude. That's
Even
mad
if-
depressing. But
even-
it has like a good beat. I don't know
even
why.
if you just like, and that's what happened with Juice WRLD. It's like I'm singing along to the lyrics, but I don't even know. Like I'm just saying the words.
you don't really know
I'm not.
what it actually.
I'm not like actively saying the words. But this is what like religion is. This is what prayers are. You keep reciting the prayer. Like you might not like every time you say "Our Father," you're not going "Our." The community, us is our Christian, like, but you say "Our Father who art in heaven," and you say it over and over and over again.
It's instilled in you.
Because it instills it, and it instills the good values. But when you're rapping about, like...
Dude, Lord, why do I want to die?
Yeah, Lord,
I'm
why,
going to get a
Lord,
Maserati just to take my life inside. Like, you're listening to stuff like that. You're going to go crazy.
But as you are... Even if you're not saying it with the intention...
With a purpose.
You're saying those same words.
Yeah.
Your brain is repeating those same words. So those same words are going to be active in your dreams, active in your like subconscious, active in all these things, and it's going to really change like the trajectory of your life and like who you are and what you think. So I mean nowadays I don't listen to any music. I actually don't. I stopped even listening to like podcasts when I'm driving. I just listen. I have nothing. I talk to myself. Usually in my head. Sometimes I talk out loud.
Psychopath.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
I get it though, because
I'm him.
It's
Says the man. Says the man who listens to music as part of his other channel.
Yeah. Well, it's what keeps it interesting. Imagine I listen to music regularly. People would think I'm an expert or something when I'm critiquing one song and then get roasted because you don't even know music.
I don't know if it is what if it's maybe it's our brains agreeing with what people are saying and that's what enticed us to it. So like the Fresh and Fit, the Andrew Tate stuff.
Right.
It's maybe just an agreement wise. I don't know.
But I think there's a place for all of it.
Yeah.
I needed that Fresh and Fit stuff to get out of this like victimizing myself and like,
dude, you need to stroke that fucking ego, dude.
I needed a little ego stroke then, and then like the thing that we need to do better, like you need to be actively thinking about what you're thinking about, because I had to realize like, all right, it did help me through that. I did need it for that time in my life, but like I solved it. Like I need something else. Like I can't just keep getting the same type of information.
No, because it's dangerous. It actually like mentally, it's not good.
You're just gonna become like a prototype prototype. That's not the right word. What replica of that thing. This is why I brought up Dice Clay. I just finished the podcast, and there was a lot of things there was this whole 20 minutes Dice Clay talking about like who he is and why he has done what he's done, like why he put out one of his albums, his comedy albums was something about laughter. I forget what it's called. The Day the Laughter Died or something. And he put out his special of him bombing. But he put it out anyways. Yeah. Because he wanted to be the first to do it. And he takes he values originality to the highest degree, which is something that like I had to learn, and I think I learned it right around the same time I broke up with that 2019 girlfriend and everything. It was like, I need to learn what makes me original, but I put such high value and high importance that like, it's usually why I call myself out if I recite a bit that I heard on a stand-up special, even if like I'm talking to you or I'm talking to Gio and Gio's never heard of the stand-up comic. If I use his bit, I go, that was a Bert Kreischer bit. Like
that's not you.
But I try, and this is why like I don't even like politics. I don't really care about politics anymore, because I'm like, I'm never having my own original opinion when I'm just listening to the people say their opinion, and it just helps me explain their same opinion.
How do you get down to the nitty gritty of like your actual true opinion with no other people's opinions?
I don't know how to do it. Yeah. I think it's something that only you know deep down.
Yeah.
Only you know deep down when you were truly original. And I just put such a high value. And I'm not saying like I'm better than other people who don't put a value on original. It's just something that I found this weird
authenticity, man. It's like it's so freaking important.
Authenticity is the attribute that like I'm going for. That is a very important attribute for anybody. Mm-hmm. I think it's what makes you relatable. It's what makes you
But a lot of people
sociable,
say what they say because they want agreement from someone else or to be liked. That's politics. That's literally what it is. They say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Then they get into office or they have their position, then they don't do any of it.
Right. So I just never want to. So like Gio and I have done like some other like reactions and commentary on some videos. And then like by the time it comes out, we heard Andrew Schultz say the same joke that I said. Mm-hmm. And when I hear that, I get upset because I'm like, fuck, like it was an original thought, but no one will ever know that was an original thought. Yeah. So I just put this weird like emphasis on like, and if I heard the joke, that's why like a lot of like we're exploring a little more into that like commentary route. Mm-hmm. If I'm gonna if I'm gonna do a commentary like video on a topic, I can't have watched anybody else's take on it. Like I just need to know just going into it. Yeah. If I want to cut it out after because someone else did say it, like I can cut it out after, but like I need to know that what I'm about to say is literally coming from me. Mm-hmm. I wish I knew how to do this. I'm still trying to solve it. Like I do want to like one day maybe write a book in like how to be original. Like how to
that would
like
be incredible.
If I could crack the code, I know I'd be fucking rich. But I have kind of found a way to do it. I just don't know how to explain how I do it. Mm-hmm. I'm just very analytical about like my every thought, my every word, and I maybe it's like,
dude, I feel like I don't even think before I talk.
I do that.
Like there's no thinking before I talk. I think I naturally
I analyze what I have already said. I've never analyzed what I'm about to say.
Hear this. So I don't know what it was.
The Michael Scott, like, man. You know, when you start a sentence, you just run with it.
Just run with it. I was at this weird event, and it was I was talking to you, Gio, about like it was a bunch of Iranians, right?
Oh, yep.
And
I thought it was
Iranian.
Iranian?
Yeah.
Iranian?
No.
Uranus.
Uranium.
No. Uranium. Oh, that's why I was
Iranian.
thinking of a element, not
dude. And I've had so many times of these weird. Like I don't get awkward typically. I don't feel awkward. I used to be pretty awkward, but I was at this event and I haven't met this guy before. I was standing with someone. I was talking to someone I've already met before, and then some guy came up, older gentleman, maybe closer to 50, I think, right? And my first thing to say was, because I genuinely thought it, was, hey, your hair looks nice. That was the first thing he said. And he goes, and he's really awkward. He's like, okay, and your hair looks nice too. I'm thinking like, dude, his hair did not look nice. You know, his hair did not look nice. I'm like, fuck, like, why did I say that?
Right.
I didn't mean anything by it, but it was like an awkward moment of, I don't know what to say to this person. So I said, hey, dude, your hair looks fucking nice, even though he's half fucking bald.
Yeah.
You know?
He was talking to me, guys.
Yeah. But yours is more covered.
Yeah.
So that being said is like, sometimes it just comes out.
So, and I still do that from time to time, like to this day.
And he looked around and he's like, your hair looks nice too.
I do that from time to time to this day, like where I say something and I go, as soon as I say it, I'm like, I didn't mean that.
Yeah, like why the fuck did I say that?
But I try to really put an emphasis on the times that I catch my, like I don't tell anybody, I don't react it, or I don't say anything. I just go, why did you do that? And I really like in my journal or whatever, I break it down. Like, why did I say this when I didn't mean, like I really get hard on myself about like, you just be genuine. Like, I don't know how to do it. I just like, I guess I get really mad at myself when I know I wasn't genuine. Yeah. If that makes sense. I think it's just that one unique quality.
Yeah. Dude, these are weird fucking circumstances.
Yeah.
We're not fully genuine. And you know you weren't genuine.
Well, I genuinely have to pee really bad. I don't know if you knew this about the theme of this Ever-Changing ViBE podcast. No, I pee a lot.
You do?
Yeah.
It should be a segment at this point.
It is definitely a segment
at
this point.
So Noah, you lined up at least one question, I'm sure. You have to do something. You can't just come to the studio and do nothing. No.
Ask me a question.
All right. What is your job? So I know wALiE Ray has gone into detail. He's a teacher. Loves what he does, but doesn't want to do it forever. So what is your career as of this moment, and what do you want to do more long term?
That's a great question.
Is one of them peeing?
I am gonna have to eventually. So I'm in real estate sales. So like I'm like I've gone to commercial real estate, but it's mostly residential. So that's including up to three to 4 units in multifamilies. And then also development, new construction development. So we're talking about finding land for builders, providing the land to builders, let's say off market. They're buying the land, then they're building a property on it, and then you're selling that as well. So like my biggest value I think I can provide is finding off market deals to investors and builders. That's my main primary source of work, I guess you could say. Number 2 is sales coaching. So I help small teams, a couple different teams. I got a call today of a bigger team, and I consult them on what needs to be debugged in their company and how to get out of a situation, meaning like out of a decline in production, And then, on the side, I'm big into athletics and stuff, but not like, I'm not talking about like hockey or anything like that. It's more just running, lifting, calisthenics.
Nice.
That's where I did the marathon,
Yeah, and here he comes, star of the show himself, wALiE. He's back.
After his own calisthenics.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. So what I miss? The Car Connection episode, but really tight and sweet?
A little bit. Good fucking point.
I was so, weirded out. Did you want more?
Is it strong, man? I can't, fucking tell. Is it okay, when you're drinking these little sips, what is this equivalent to? You haven't given me any sort of, recio or understanding before you gave this.
Well, that's the point.
Well,
See,
I'm
later
also,
on. No, I'm just
yeah, I'm not a normal drinker, so.
Yeah, I'll take a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
I just want you to talk more. I want you to tell us some secrets that we shouldn't know about.
See, you remember the things that you said you didn't want to talk about earlier? He's trying to loosen you up.
Imagine.
No, I want to.
Pretty much, I'll talk about anything besides, you don't want to
besides,
you don't want to be connected to stuff like that.
Yes, of course. Well,
you can be. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
but let's be honest here.
I don't want to be connected to that.
I don't personally want to be connected to that.
Wow, that threw me off. What did you pull up? What is this? Star Wars stuff?
No, that was it was weird. So I pulled up thought bombing while you guys were talking about your thoughts, bombing? And then it pulled up Star Wars shit, and I was like, oh, that's convenient.
Thought bombing.
Yeah. So I don't know if there's anything in Star Wars that you could tell me, but
Star Wars is a great movie, huh? All the new stuff is a little confusing. I know there's I don't know, all the new Disney shit.
Well, so all the lore and all the stuff that I just memorized and just obsessed over when I was a kid, when Disney bought it and go just this is canon, all of the stuff that I knew changed.
Yeah.
So how to make a lightsaber or what the Force means for this person or that person, and it's it all fucking changed. So I'm nah, I can't keep up with it. I don't know any of the fucking new shit. I try to watch a film theory, video from time to time, and I'm I still don't get it.
Dude, my favorite thing was I used to love doing you like Dragon Ball Z?
Who's your favorite character?
I don't know. When I used to play Dragon Ball Z on PS2, who's my favorite? I was always facing my brother was always playing as Brawly, and it was always a fucking winnable battle.
That was the game that was
was it Tenkaichi or Budokai?
Tenkaichi.
Yep.
It was kind of like a Mortal Kombat. It's it
was so fucking fun, man, dude. That game was so fucking fun.
It was.
And so how you can do the Kamehameha, I think is how you say it.
Kame.
It's Kamehameha or Kamehameha.
Yeah.
The way they refer it to in the show is
that
Kamehameha.
in fucking
Just
Avatar,
wait for the
the actual Avatar, the bald little kid. You remember that show, Last Airbender?
Oh yeah, Last
that's
Airbender.
Those two different ways of them using with their hands. I just remember being from the age of I don't know what age, but always trying to do that. And I was just thinking dude, this life sucks. We can't have the Force. We can't do these things from Dragon Ball Z. We can't do any of these things. It made life pretty boring.
Well, we could jack off. I mean, At least when I think I was like 8th grade, maybe.
It is a superpower. It's a fucking superpower. Yeah.
Self-release.
Yeah, I've never seen a Dragon Ball Z character jack off besides on like Pornhub when they do like whatever, or those hentais like crossovers. So I never grew up with Dragon Ball Z.
That's unfortunate.
I didn't grow up with like
that's
any
what I
anime.
thought.
You had some Pokemon, man.
So I watched a little bit of Pokemon, but I played a lot of Pokemon. I was big into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh! I fucked with.
Especially in high school, dude. I was
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I was playing like competitive. I was like going to like
Vegeta.
Big,
Is that Vegeta? Yeah.
Big tournaments.
Oh.
Vegeta and Goku.
So fuck. Dude, actually, who's the bald guys? What's the bald guy's name? You know?
Krillin.
No, the dude, the old man.
The other,
Master
he was
Roshi?
he was pretty strong actually. Like in the beginning stages, like when you were playing. But
Master Roshi.
Isn't he the Kame House?
He's
that's
the one that
Dude,
invented.
look at my fucking Dragon Ball Z now.
He's learning so much.
So let me. So our fans know I have the best knowledge of Dragon Ball Z. I'm the most.
Wait, you said you didn't watch it.
That's right. AOHD. We started watching Dragon Ball Z abridged. You ever watch Dragon Ball Z abridged?
No.
So I don't have any information about like Dragon Ball Z, and I wasn't even watching anime at this point. We started reacting to Dragon Ball Z abridged. Abridged is literally just like like these guys voice over and just like voice over like hilarious things. Like they'll say a misogynistic joke and then like a joke about this other character or whatever. So I'm learning about the world, the universe of Dragon Ball Z through the abridged versions, through the joking version. Like, so there's things that like, what comes to mind? Like, what's something that like, Nappa was for a while like my favorite character.
Nappa? Who the fuck is Nappa?
Exactly. That's why I could say it. Like, and it's because in Dragon Ball Z abridged, like, they made a very funny.
Oh my god, dude, this guy's a dweeb.
Very funny. Yes.
He's a fucking dweeb.
But he was hilarious. He was my favorite character for so long.
He was funny.
And
these guys always seemed like they were so strong in the original, like in the beginning stages.
Show him the whatever force, the Genzu force or something like that. What was that? The
what?
The part like this is not in the real one.
Oh, hang on. You want me to just show him like an abridged part?
Show him the Ginyu Force or whatever it's
Ginyu
called.
Force.
Ginyu Force. Just show him the. Do you remember Ginyu Force?
The little dance they did.
Okay.
So he knows the Ginyu Force for sure.
I'm watching this at 27 years old for the first time.
Yeah.
Knowing, like, I do know Dragon Ball Z abridged is not the original Dragon Ball Z, but this is my world of anime is the abridged version. So when this came up, I was like, this is not in the real Dragon Ball Z. It's fucking in the real Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, dude, they dance. They do a little dance.
Oh, it's not just normal. Dude, who's the guy that fucking had his ass crack out? Like,
I don't remember.
Face down, ass up? Like,
it's weird, man. This stuff was weird back then, but you know what else was a good show?
And they market it's like, oh, it's for kids, it's for kids. I'm like, dude, I got a boner. There's no way that's for kids.
Raccoon.
Hang on. You know what was a great show was He-Man, too. Remember He-Man?
I remember He-Man.
No, dude, I never watched that.
That shit was on fucking...
Wait, how old are you?
I only knew about...
I was in my mid-20s.
You knew He-Man?
Yeah, dude. This is all I fucking watched.
I only knew... Well, he's foreign, so...
Yeah,
I feel like a He-Man...
Okay.
Like,
that
generationally...
Let me see a picture of He-Man.
I got you. Hang on. That's for me, I was just like, wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
He-Man was like
you can move
me as a child.
No, dude, you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of...
Did you say it was you as a child?
No.
Like, yeah, I was He-Man as a child.
White and blonde hair?
Yeah, dude.
With blonde locks?
I needed to make my life harder so you guys could, feel like it was easier.
Transracial? I didn't
Absolutely,
know that.
dude.
Damn.
Like,
have you seen the first Ted movie?
That's when I learned about He-Man.
He fucking reminds me of him, right? Are they trying to play him? Are they trying to joke about him?
No, it's supposed to be the actual character.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
From the live action, they had a live action movie of He-Man, and that guy's supposed to the guy that they do coke with.
Yeah,
and then try to come up with an Italian restaurant.
I absolutely
but no juice.
Dude, I love that movie. I watched it again the other day. I'm like,
it was on Comedy Central the other night.
I watched it on fucking Netflix.
Oh, it's so good.
I just
it's on Netflix now.
Netflix and Amazon Prime. I probably watched it 10, 15 times. times.
That's one of your go-to comedy movies.
I love that movie.
You've seen Tropic Thunder, of course.
Yeah, of course.
That's
that
my
was
all-time
fucked,
favorite.
Now,
movie.
if you put that movie out right now, I think it'd be a problem.
Oh, dude, let's do it. How about the Burt Kreischer?
Because he's
movie?
considered trans.
Who?
No, Robert Downey Jr.
Oh yeah, he was a black guy playing a white guy.
But that's why I don't think it is offensive, because it's like it's written into the movie how ridiculous. Like it's a satirical play on how ridiculous something like that would be. But
Wait a second. I'm trying to remember.
It's a method actor. Like in the movie, there's like it shows all the Robert Downey, like the guy who's playing Robert Downey Jr. Like he's playing an actor.
Simple Sam too, wasn't there some like?
Simple Jack.
Simple Jack, dude. That shit's
never
hysterical.
go full retard.
That shit is hysterical.
Yeah. So like his character in that movie is a famous method actor who went method black for this role, and it's like it's literally the play on it. That's why I think it's like it's not it. Obviously, it is because of today's standard in culture and society, whatever. I get it. I'm not trying to like say we should all just accept it, but I don't find it offensive because what people are claiming is the offensive part is the satirical joke on that whole thing.
Yeah, correct.
That's the purpose of comedy, is to like point out the ridiculous world that we live in.
Tom Cruise in this movie. I love his role.
He's one of the best.
He's the best. His role is so funny.
I didn't realize it was Tom. Like the first time I watched it, I didn't realize it was Tom Cruise until the very end, and he's doing like those crazy dance. I'm like, that's a fat guy to be doing some good moves.
He's fucking hysterical. He's an incredible actor. He's *1 actor. My opinion, he's my *1 actor.
Tom Cruise. You saw the new
Mission Impossible?
No.
Not Mission Impossible. No, it is Mission.
You talking about Top Gun?
Top Gun.
Oh yeah, Top Gun. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Top Gun.
I haven't seen
He's
either.
flying those fucking planes, man. He's a madman.
He's up there. Is that my favorite actor? No, definitely not.
Oh, he's worth like close to $1 billion, I think.
Yeah,
as an actor.
yeah.
You got to look at his life. Like, I think he seems like an honestly solid guy.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Who's that chick?
Heard he likes
That's him, right?
No, that's the love interest.
Have you seen any of the?
Have you seen? No, I haven't seen. So like when the new one came out, I was like, oh, I gotta watch the old one first, and then it's just like so much time has passed, and I just never watched either. So
that's depressing.
I'm sure one day I'll just like sit down, crank them out over a weekend. But
so I guess it's supposed to be her.
Yeah, that's Tom Cruise.
Oh, maybe that's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I think it's Tom Cruise. Yeah.
Tom
Cruise as Captain Marvel.
That is definitely. Yeah, but he flies the fucking planes in these things, these movies.
Yeah.
Incredible.
No, who's
I want
not
one of his
Wahlberg.
bikes,
That's
too.
not who I'm thinking of. Tom Hardy's really good.
Tom Hardy.
As an actor.
He's the dude who plays in. Give me an example, just so I can remember.
Did you watch Peaky Blinders? He's the old
this guy's
Jew guy.
Cool. He's great. Yeah.
He's Venom.
Venom. Yeah. Correct. Spider-Man. Spider-Man movies.
Bane, right?
Bane.
Yeah.
Bane.
Christian Bale's another.
Yeah, Christian Bale's a number. Yeah, he's an OG. Who's the dude who plays in?
Leo's a little overrated in my opinion, but gotta give him credit.
Yeah, me personally,
25 to 27, like, or what is it? 19 to 25. That's
his golden years. You're saying?
Those are the golden years of what she picks from.
The golden years that he still relives.
I think
in the female
who am I
he
thinking
chooses.
of? Who's the dude in the movie 300? I fuck with that guy.
Robinson. No.
Caruso.
Yeah, that's definitely what I was thinking, but it's no. He looks like there's two actors that look like identical. It's him and
what's his name, man?
Michael Crow? No.
He's a great actor too from Gladiator.
Gerard Butler.
Yes, Gerard Butler.
That's Gerard Butler. But
That's
you're talking about
Gerard Butler, and then there's the guy who played
something Crow. It is Crow.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Boom, dude, I'm fucking
Yeah,
quick.
Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe.
Lion mane mushrooms this afternoon. So
did you?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Russell Crowe in the Gladiator, all-time favorite.
Russell Crowe's he's good.
Solid guy too.
I like that Brendan Fraser just had his comeback.
Oh yeah.
What movie?
And his award.
The Mummy.
Oh
the
my
main guy in
God,
The Mummy?
dude. He's kind of something about him. He just like freaks me out.
Yeah, well,
Dude,
have you seen him
he
in
does
his recent movie?
like
He's like fucking fat as fuck. Adam Sandler's so underrated.
Yeah, he is so. I just watched Funny People.
Funny People.
You gotta watch it if you like comedians. He's a comedian in the movie.
I definitely gotta watch this.
Funny People, and it is pretty
Is
good.
it a new movie?
No, older movie, but like Eminem's in it. You got a lot of really good
Okay.
actors in it. I don't think they utilize it to the best of their ability with the actors.
Sure.
It's pretty good.
This is still surprising to me.
What?
Like, of course, in like,
Dude, he said he got touched or something on set, and then like he went like haywire or something.
I didn't even know about that. But I was just like, the fact that it's like he looked like this in like George of the Jungle, which is like probably the first movie I saw him in.
Yeah.
But it's like you see him now, and it's just like, damn. I really hope I don't start looking like that.
He got
my age.
Was it he got divorced or something? Or
Yeah,
something?
he went through
Back
a
pain
huge, like, yeah, it was like a huge, like, messy divorce.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it was. But he looked like he got in some
canceled.
tough shape, man.
Jonah Hill.
Oh, Jonah Hill.
Another slept on like
Seth
dude,
Rogen,
he's got
Jonah
range,
Hill,
too.
like any of those people.
Seth Rogen is definitely like comedy movie, great actor. But
Yeah.
I think Jonah Hill's got range. Like that's the difference between the two. I really like Jonah Hill's a good actor. I think Seth Rogen's fun.
Favorite 3 movies. Let's go. You got 15 seconds to
All
answer.
right.
Go rapid fire.
All right, so I don't know if it's changed. I think it's still the same as it was. Let's say Tropic Thunder number 1, Midsummer number 2, and I don't know if I have a number 3. Maybe Shrek is my number 3.
That's pretty good, actually.
Maybe. What about you?
Superbad.
Oh, all right.
Rocky number 2, and then number 3.
Number 2 is really.
Yeah, dude. Number 3 is
I gotta watch
probably
these.
Fuck, I'm trying to think of all these older movies. They have like the funny old comical movies. Is that the correct term?
Yeah,
comical
yeah.
movies. They have these really good intros to it. So like Superbad has that great intro with the little dancing. You know what I'm saying? In that song.
Yeah.
Number 3 would be
Sticking comedy.
Shit, dude. Batman movies were pretty good. I honestly love The Dark
Batman.
Knight. I love The Dark Knight.
That's the one with the Joker. With Heath Ledger. That one's fucking.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a tough one for number 3.
I'm surprised. Like I feel like top 3, I almost can never go franchise. Like
No.
but
Well, you can say original Rocky. You know, like that shit's crazy. That movie itself. But definitely Superbad.
I gotta watch these Rockies. Because I've heard great things about the newest Creed.
Yeah.
The newest Creed I heard was
dude,
good.
that's
No,
soft
it's
shit.
bad?
Dude,
It's
soft.
bad?
No, I
Oh,
would
shit.
never fuck the Creed movies. It's
All
totally
3 of them.
Yeah, I haven't seen the newest one. I said the first 2, but it's just not the same style. Like the idea is like Sylvester, well, being Rocky,
Yeah.
is like a chump dude. He's breaking fingers for money just to make ends meet.
Yeah.
But he's actually a really nice guy at the core. Right?
Okay.
He's just been taking punches at the local gym. Eventually, he gets an opportunity, and he just goes the rounds. You know, with Apollo Creed, and then like that's what he got his name for himself.
Right.
But he's like a solid. The thing I like about it is he's a solid guy. He's not trying to cheat anyone. No matter what happens, he's always doing the right thing. So I think for like America, like personally, I looked at it like if everyone could be like him or similar to him,
Right.
he'd be a good role model.
That's what
Like
I
the
thought.
old Hulk Hogan was supposed to be, I guess.
That's
Really?
what I thought about when I
I'd be
read Jordan
fucking shitty.
Peterson.
I like Jordan Peterson.
You do?
Yeah, I love Jordan
I'm
Peterson.
a
yeah.
big Jordan Peterson guy.
He's great.
I was big, like, when he came out with 12 Rules for Life, that was, like, the first book I actually wanted to read, went out, bought a book, and read it. Like, I was never much of, I was dyslexic, so, like, school was just hard, and I just was like, I don't like reading, but it was really just, I was bad at reading. I just had to, like, find something that I'm interested in, and I dove so deep into it.
I was a fucking idiot, man.
Yeah?
I hated
Oh,
reading,
yeah,
so that's why I picked
dumb.
up a book, quote unquote.
I just tried to look up a lot of words.
Try to look up words?
Started to look up a lot of words. So
I
you
do that
said
still.
some word in this, and I forgot to ask you, but usually what I do is any word I don't know, I'll look up in dictionaries and
I do like doing that, and then
find
breaking them down.
derivations. I find
Yes.
derivations, then make sentences, and then I do a bunch of other things
That's
to really understand them.
So
Ambivalence? What the fuck is this word? Ambivalence.
ambivalent.
You know this word? Anyone know this word?
Ambivalent.
I could be saying it wrong.
Comment down below. No,
Ambivalence? I don't know,
Ambivalent.
man. I don't know what that is.
it sounds like a pavilion. Like it sounds like it would be like an object.
I was reading something about
ambivalent.
John Proctor today. John Proctor? You ever heard of John Proctor?
I feel like I've heard the name, but
Ambivalent?
I couldn't tell you like what category. it would
Ambivalent?
be.
What is it?
Ambivalent.
What does that say?
Ambivalent, I think.
Wait. Oh, you're not plugged into
that would be the correct way.
Ambivalent.
Ambivalent. What does it mean?
Having mixed feelings or contradictory ideas of something or someone.
Wow, huh?
Dude, I'm like internally ambivalent. I'm internally that word.
Chronic. It's chronic.
Yeah.
That's what got my I don't know how real these IQ tests are, but I would keep on taking them after like months and months of like actual study.
Do that.
Yeah, of course.
Just for
to stroke the ego.
Yeah,
to stroke the ego to see, hey, I'm going somewhere.
What's your IQ? What's your score?
I don't know, probably like high 120s or something like that.
What's like the what's like?
I think genius is like 140 or something.
And then what's like?
Idiot.
Okay. I almost said.
I know what you're gonna say.
The term used to be that. So
yeah, but I prefer idiot.
Idiot is fine.
Probably like 90s or something.
90s. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like
shit, dude, I just gotta get above 90. Dude.
Yeah.
I should definitely take one.
You'll definitely get above 90. I think it's more on.
A lot of those because a lot of it's like almost like puzzle solving, and I just like when something doesn't interest me, I go, I'm bad at it, and I just like fucking let's go through, and I would go too fast through it. I wouldn't try, and it would be a historical score.
That used to happen to me too. And then I remember there was like one person who we were doing like knife tossing, right? And while I'm doing the knife tossing, and it was a competition, and I remember like right as I was losing, she was just like, "Can we stop for a second?" And I was like, "What's up?" And she goes, "You realize you stopped trying, right?" I was like, "What are you talking about?"
That's my big move.
And I was like, "What are you talking about? I didn't stop trying." She was like,
interesting thing though too.
Yeah, she was like, "You literally the second you started losing, because you were going in the beginning, and then the second you started losing, it started looking like you stopped aiming. It just started looking like you were throwing the knife. Like, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
And after that, when I caught myself, I started killing again, and I was just like, "Holy shit,
that's why I'm bad at video games. Is like I like
once I lose, I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, it's just like I don't get this anymore.
So funny because like, dude, I'm actually the biggest sore loser when it comes to video games. I never played them much growing up. Besides like 2K.
Dude, okay, a lot of
like I played a lot of 2K, but then I started playing like my girl and her brother. They play like MW2 and like all the old games and like the
MW2
or
like
MW.
Modern Warfare.
Yeah, and like Black Ops and shit like that. All these whatever Call of Duty games.
Yeah.
And dude, that shit, I just don't get it, man. You're like shooting at them. This is my problem with it. You're shooting at them and they're just not dying fast enough. My whole thing is I'm thinking, okay, realistic wise, why are these people not dying fast enough?
You need to play like Rust or something.
Well, I played in Rust.
Okay.
But the only thing I use now, they call it cheating, is the fucking grenade launchers and shit like that. You know, what is this thing when you put it? You put it in the bottom of your gun.
Yeah.
I just that's how it went.
That's a fun way to play.
That's the only way I fucking win.
That's a fun way. So
remember when cheating was just like screen hopping?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude. That's
you mean like screen looking, like when you're looking at the people's screen.
Yeah.
That's too much. That's like too much work. That's like too much work to do.
Yeah, I'm actually huge into Modern Warfare too, but it's because I don't play with anybody else anymore. Like I used to play in Warzone during the pandemic, and you have so much time. Like I had a whole squad. We'd drop in the Rebirth all the time. Yeah, dude.
Dropped in where?
Rebirth Islands, like the
oh yeah, I've been
map.
there before. I remember being there.
Did you go to the actual place? Like,
yeah, in real life.
Yeah. What's it called? Something with an A.
No, I'm fucking with you. I know where Rebirth is.
Alcatraz.
So
it's a map based off of Alcatraz.
Okay. I've never been to. No, I've never been to Alcatraz, but I lived in San Francisco. But it was
there's
right
like
over there.
Call of Duty YouTubers that like literally go there and like they go around and they vlog, and then like throughout their vlog, like I've seen like 2 separate ones that did this exact thing. Throughout their vlog, they just like pull a clip or a highlight from their gameplay of them killing someone like right there. Like,
oh, that's dope.
Like right
that is cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Because that's probably like
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
Call
never
of
went
Duty
over. I never got over here.
Made that into like an actual like map
that's pretty cool.
It's like a huge map. So it's a battle royale map, but
dude, imagine being stuck on that fucking island, man. I think they made a movie out of it with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Right.
Shutter Island.
Yes, that's another one of those. There's a couple throwbacks that like I still like. Godfather. At this point, I feel like I know enough about that I could never watch anyways.
Shutter Island.
What was the movie where that like there was the one guy that was like hired to see if he could break out
Sound
of
of
it?
Music.
Oh my
did you
God,
say
dude,
Sound
that
of
movie's
Music?
Fucked, man. That music is fucked. I know what you're talking about.
I was like,
It wasn't Sound of Music.
I know what movie you're talking about. You
Yeah.
know, okay, I missed this on the third one. Scarface.
Scarface, that good.
Dude, incredible. I said to
maybe,
myself,
maybe I gotta watch. Okay.
you've never seen Scarface?
No.
Oh my God,
Only
man.
last year. I think it was like
Fuck
last
is
year,
going
maybe
on?
2 years ago. I just watched Sopranos. Like, there's so many. Like,
Okay, yeah, I wasn't a huge. I mean, I like Sopranos, but Scarface is a different story. I mean, when I
Scarface has a lot more coke, which is always cool.
when I watched the movie, I said I'm gonna do one of two things. I'm gonna do it the right way, or I'm gonna do it the wrong way.
Is that like a quote? That's like
No, that's like I made that up in my head.
Oh, wait.
Like meaning like the
You're
wrong
gonna
way.
watch it the right way or the wrong way?
No. He made me think when I watched that. He made me think. Okay, if I'm not gonna make it the right way, I'm totally gonna do it the wrong way.
Oh, I see.
As like a little kid,
I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna
13
make
years
it.
old, 14 years old.
I
I'll
don't
do it
care
this
if
way. I have to,
Yep.
but I prefer to do it the right way. But I will do this way.
I'll do whatever allows
All
me
the
to
coke.
make it.
Yeah,
But if I can't make it the right way,
I
I'm
will
gonna
go
make it.
the wrong way.
Right.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So if you watch that movie, you might feel that like sense of like, shit.
Yeah. Dude, that might be a good movie for me to watch.
Great movie, not just a good movie.
Before, Gio, how long have we been going? 117. Oh, geez. All right. Yeah. Before I transition into the kind of like ending
Bit.
side, yeah. We were talking about IQ, and this is something I'm waiting for Booth Babe to come back on the podcast to truly tell the story. But this weekend we were at a wedding, and you're not gonna believe me. I finally, at 27 years old, last weekend in a church, learned how to whisper. I've never known all my life how to whisper.
It's difficult.
I really don't believe you.
Let me explain this.
Do you know how?
Wait, you don't believe that I can whisper, or you
That
don't believe
part.
that I just learned?
No, that you know how to
All right,
whisper.
so my whole life, I thought whispering was just talking really quietly.
Correct. That's what I thought too.
No. When you whisper, you don't use your throat. You like talk out of
Oh shit, huh?
air.
It's an actual way of speaking, huh?
Yeah, it's a whole fucking. You gotta like control certain fucking
Wow.
muscles and shit.
I want you to know how much lower wALiE is on this board compared to everyone else because of how loud he talks.
What do you mean
Yeah.
board? What do you mean by board?
Like on
Oh,
this
so the
on this
roadcaster. So,
roadcaster
like,
over here, where I
roadcaster
control
tape?
the audio.
oh
Yeah.
shit.
Mhm.
Oh.
I have his volume so much lower than the rest of
because you're
yours.
screaming into it.
Yeah, because I'm loud as fuck. That's
Yeah. What type of
so I
dog
do.
do you have? Do you have a dog?
No, that was my mom's. I do have a dog, but that was my mom's season.
I thought that. I swear to God, someone's barking up there. I swear to God, I'm telling you, that someone's fucking barking up there.
I really hope that if she watches any episode, it's this one.
I'm so sorry. I am
no,
so sorry.
I want her to watch this.
Well,
Since you want to go at my mom, no.
it sounded like I thought it was a bark. You know, that I could be honest on here, you guys.
It might have been my dad, and then I would have been able to be like, yeah, he's a dog.
shit.
But it was my mom, so we're not.
No, she's a sweetheart. I'm
Correlating
sure.
my mom with
I've never
dogs.
met her. I thought it was an actual, like, small little, maybe
Yeah, you
like.
just called my mom a bitch, so that's. We're not
No,
cool
it was,
anymore.
I thought it was a small little dog, but it was a sneeze.
No, I do have a dog. And it wasn't. It was definitely my mom.
Are you sure? You do actually have a dog, though?
But
Okay.
I know my mom's like scream sneezes.
Oh. Think about that, huh?
Well, you're not welcome back.
Yeah. Shit.
No, I wanted to kind of like quickly wrap up about how this connection even
Yeah.
came about.
Yeah.
It was very wild on my end because Gio and I went to go do a podcast with Jared that we got connected. Shout out Carol Connection. And I hadn't watched his podcast in a like hot minute, so I like wanted to see if it's changed like a lot or if I should be expecting kind of the same thing. So I just watched the most recent episode, which happened to be yours, and I was like, oh, all right. Well, one, got the information I needed. It is fairly similar, and two, like, interesting dude. We didn't really get into it on this, so you guys got to check out.
Which
Carol
is
Connection.
cool. Yeah, I kind of like that we have a different avenue. I guess.
Different vibe.
Yeah,
here.
yeah, it's cool.
but like running marathons, you're in real estate. We did learn a lot about like, you know, how you kind of view the world with like.
I think just based off the conversation, you kind of understand.
Constant improvement is important.
And also relax, chill, dude. Just like, I don't know, everything's pretty light to me. Just trying to have a good time for the most part. So
yeah. Experience new things. And so I did it just for research, and I just kind of like moved on. And then we did our episode, and like 4 days later, after the episode came out, I was like finally looking at my DMs and like that like
request
spam,
box. It's always a shithead who's in there.
Which for me, because I hashtag like podcasts and stuff,
it's always like
oh, you know, promote our product for what I like.
Dude, look at my fucking posts, man. I have like 15 of them on every fucking post.
Dude, I which is why I never go in there. And I was like, wait, I kind of like recognize that icon.
Yeah.
Hey, just listen to your episode. I'm like, what?
Yeah, dude.
So
I'm on top of my shit, and that's part of the personality I have. It's like, dude, I'm thinking like people don't see it. They will eventually see it of like where the things I do goes. It goes somewhere. So I'm thinking and thinking and thinking after every conversation I'm having. Yeah. Of what I can provide to someone, what maybe they could provide to me.
Where do you do your thinking? What's your? Because like lately, or so I should say, since March, I do a daily walk. Which the daily walk is not a time constraint. It's not any constraint. It's just like no music, no podcast, no listening. You're just in your thoughts, and because I'm very ADHD, I can't sit still and just think. So I go on like laps and laps and laps and just like think through my thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, man, to be honest with you, it's like they just come to me sometimes in that mood where it's like the best idea I could actually, or the best example I could give you is like, or that feeling, maybe I can describe it as. When I'm on my phone, let's say this morning I was at the dealership and I'm sitting in the chair and I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to do here for the next hour and a half? I'm getting a service, whatever, service A, they're changing some oil, whatever. So I start thinking of clients I haven't followed up with, and I'm thinking of people's names I haven't talked to in years, and I'm thinking, I keep on pressing on contact after contact after contact. I'm just looking them up on the search bar on your phone. And as I'm doing those things, it's like the more productive or the more action I am in, the more ideas that are coming. I could literally be thinking about, I don't know, a client to call, and then some idea of who I should reach out to comes about.
Unconnected.
It's completely unconnected, dude. I get like so many weird things done at the same time. I'm never in the stage of one, like they talk about this present idea of work. Okay, after you finish with work, then you go to the gym, and after the gym, like they're thinking of these one thing at a time mental capacity. Mine's like, I'm at the gym and I'm thinking about this, and then when I'm at work, I'm thinking about something at the gym, and then I'm thinking about these people I talk to and how I can get something I want from them and how I can provide something back to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's always looking like, in my mind, I don't even know how to describe it.
You don't try to find the time to think. You just like, if I'm just active, like the thoughts will happen.
They just happen. They just fucking happen.
That's
like weird, dude. You couldn't even imagine. Like, I believe I wholeheartedly, I think it's a correct term or metaphor. I don't know. Believe in postulating. Postulating ideas.
All right, this is one of the words that I'm not looking up now.
You gotta this one thing, and it's pretty obvious. It's like writing down goals or writing down ideas of something and postulating. Like you could postulate a certain type of girl, you can postulate a certain type of circumstance. Okay. You do it enough, man. You put enough attention or energy towards it, and I can tell you, my cars that I've gotten, where I wanted to live, I've gotten the type of girls I've wanted. Type of jobs, the type of fucking clothes. It's just putting so much attention and energy.
What is there was the whole like, now it's like cliche, people make fun of it, the secret way back in the day. It's like what is it, like manifest destiny?
Yeah, manifest. Like, I don't like using manifest, man. I don't fucking like that word.
I agree. I think postulate's a much better interpretation of that same discussion. It's a similar concept, but like like what you said, like there's a lot of things in my life like today that I go, I always use like I manifested this, but like I postulated.
Postulating, dude.
Like I actively was like, nah, this is what I got to keep doing. And like with the podcast, I mean, I just produced 3 of Eli's Spawncast podcasts. Check that out. And that's because like I postulated the idea, like I want to be so involved. I don't want to just be a host. I want to be a guest, and I want to be what did you pull up? Is this is the Type-C like plugged in so we can actually like hear it? But like I wanted to like learn how to produce. I want to learn how to edit so that like when time comes, I don't want to be doing editing all the time. And I don't want to be only
Are you good at
producing.
editing? Are you pretty good at editing? You do all the editing?
Well, I do I'm very basic. I just pull the camera cuts the whole time.
Yeah.
Speaking, Gio is
Dude, I gotta pee now. You got me started on that going to the
all
bathroom
right.
type thing.
Go pee. We'll wrap up when you get back. This has been a fucking crazy episode.
It's been awesome, dude. Cheers.
Love the different vibe. Ray in that camera. If you have anything, plug, promote, where people can find you.
Follow me on Instagram, Vasilis _Axios, VASILIS _Axios, AXIOS. Besides that, if you guys are looking for consulting, anything with sales, business, real estate, I'm your guy. I'd love to take care of you. It's been awesome to be on here.
Dude, this is
been a pleasure.
A little different vibe than Carol.
It was nice, dude. It was a good time.
Let's just save the video for another.
I'm still playing it after.
Okay.
Honey,
thank you guys for listening. Vasily, boom.
Right
I got it. I got it.
You got it.
You got it.
I looked at you and I'm like, did I say that right?
It's silent S. Perfect.
Oh, this has been great. Carol, keep sending them.
Yeah.
Keep sending all the guys. Dude, what a vibe. I can't wait to have you back.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. It was awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you know what to do. Down below. Thanks.
Peace. All right, awesome.